Hello and welcome to Zeta's Chivalry 2 Survivor Run. Today's map is Baudwyn and I'm playing as a defender with an Executioner X. Due to the low population of the server, I decided to do one challenge for myself. It's to play first person exclusively. Without further ado, let's jump in. So in the beginning, I have to tell about first person. What it basically gives you is probably better accuracy, especially if you're using ranged weapons. But also in melee as well, your hits are landing much more accurately. But also there is a downside to that, is that you are not seeing around yourself too much. For example, accelerations, when I try to look at the ground, that excels my overhead into enemies much quicker. It lands much quicker than it should if I just stared at him. So, but this also means that I'm not seeing what's happening outside of my view. So yeah, there is an issue with that, but still, probably with low population of the server, I will be able to complete this challenge. So there is a UI telling that there will be friendly cavalry approaching, but this is a bug. I think there is no cavalry in this map, at least not in this mode. So let's continue. As you can see, I'm trying to engage a bit. Oh, by the way, there's an enemy without a weapon shown. So additional challenge for me. I'm not sure how he will hit, and I don't see hits because if the weapon is not yet rendered for the enemy, that means he'll still will be able to hit you, but without any animation. So if you see those enemies, just try to avoid them, or engage and go back, because you do not know when they are hitting. So if you see weapon not being rendered on the enemy, and you assume this is not enemy without a weapon, but rather enemy's weapon is not rendered, so just ignore him for a bit. So third person is a bit easier to look around, but for first person you just need to do the same thing with situational awareness, just a little bit more on point. So always look around and engage people just when the odds are good. So 1 against 4 probably not a good way to go, but if your positioning is good, it should be good. Oh, a nice throw, by the way. Throws do work, and it's much easier to aim with projectile weapons, and also crossbows especially, and bows. So, but my gameplay relatively is the same as first person, just third person as it was in third person view. So just going behind the enemy and hitting them with hurts, and they're not able to react to my hits. So again, this is positioning, not necessarily the perk of playing as a first person. So yeah, so playing as third person actually gives you an idea how to play first person too. So yeah, by the way, if you don't know, once in a blue moon you can actually, even as a defender, you can supply from the Tenosian ammo cards. So just have this in mind, except if you are an archer, it will give you only 1 arrow. So there is probably an oversight, but it gives you bandage, so that's the most important thing for me. Enemy is trying to run away with a golden dag. Let's see if we can. Again, ranging is a bit tricky to understand, especially if you're switching from third person to first person. But it's okay, this time I got him. And he didn't even see me, because I was always behind his back. So this is the best way. When you're next to the enemy, don't just stop after you hit. Try to circle around him. So he'll have to strafe, but if he's not good enough, not quick enough, and if he's playing especially first person, it will be very hard to understand where the hits are coming from. If you can see, I'm just sometimes when I hit, I'm not looking at the enemy, I'm looking away, so that way I'm trying to slow my hit, and that way the enemy might prematurely remove his block and my hit will land. Now here it was acceleration, but sometimes I do drags as well. So drag, it means I'm slowing the hit by moving the mouse opposite direction of the hit. So these two mechanics are pretty simple, and I think everyone with level 100 and above knows about them. And even everyone who played Chivalry 1 should too. But it's just much more evident when you're playing first person, because you just don't see where it's hitting at all. So yeah, let's use some catapult. Because why not? I'm waiting for enemy to crawl to my location. So in the meantime, because it's a bit unsafe to be downstairs, especially since I'm not particularly skilled with first person. I just want to enjoy the game and also survive and also get a lot of kills. So yeah, so I'm now ranging the catapult. And in order to range and see whether your hits are landing, the wall is not helping you with that, but you can do it with by pressing and holding middle mouse button. So I'm gonna press and hold middle mouse button, and it's landing on catapult. So just one team kill now, and also one kill. I mean, I killed one enemy, and also I killed one friendly. Unfortunately, this happens, and I just write in the chat that I apologize in the chat. So hopefully this won't happen again. Again, catapult is live. And I killed the person who was mounting the catapult. So I now ranged correctly the catapult, and I won't allow enemy to use it, because if I do, then the enemy might hit me, and I don't want to be hit. I just looked around, see if there are any enemies, and I see the catapult is not mounted yet, but now people are going there. So let's deploy the siege weapon, and again a hit, and enemy was killed. So it's an easy way to get kills. Also, catapult gives additional bonus hitting the objectives. But this time there was no objective to be hit, so no gates to be broken and no battering ram to be attacked. So I'm not getting anything. I see the enemy just ran away to pick up the catapult boulder, so I'll have to repeat my bombarding of the enemy catapult. So it's a mini duel, but the enemy is not very good. I mean, they're not raging at me. His chances. Also now, for some reason, my kill did not count. I received the UI notification that I killed somebody and received recommendation, but I didn't receive any points. So sometimes with siege weapons, especially if the enemy is mounting the siege weapon, you can kill them and you won't get any points, but you'll still get the kill count increase, but not any points. With the ballista, in comparison, you get also additional bonus for range. Now a bit tricky. Jump like this. Don't do it. It's just stupid. Should have waited for enemy to pass. And now acceleration didn't work because I don't see enemy when I'm hitting. That's alright. Again, tricky. That's not my first time playing as first person, but again, it takes time to get accustomed to the range of the weapon. Especially, I'm also not particularly skilled with this weapon too. And I can do alright, but you see, I mean, I didn't calculate correctly the distance. And that's the main issue here. Because distances are a bit different when you play in different perspective. I mean, not the weapon range does not magically increase, it's just the feeling where the enemy, you know, tip of the weapon is. So yeah, I still got hit while I was replenishing my health. So I go back to the ammo crate and get bandages again. So we lost this objective. Let's continue to the next one. So this objective is arguably a bit easier to defend than the siege weapons. I mean, siege weapons sometimes, if there are really bad enemy catapult mount people who mount catapults, then it is possible to defend there too, but once there are good people, I mean accurate people mounting catapult, yeah, on the enemy side, they just bombard the general area. Even doesn't matter, they get a lot of team kills, but they still kill. Now I'm using the wooden mallet that I found on top of the market. It's alright as a weapon, I mean it still delivers a lot of damage, although not the strongest one. And 71 damage as a heavy overhead, that's okay for a troll weapon. So yeah, but I think this is the only map where you can find the wooden mallet, and after maybe 3 to 4 hits it completely disintegrates and you lose it. So just ensure that you're not dueling anybody when your weapon disappears. That's troll weapon again. I mean, I use it because I know I'm relatively safe, because there's only a few people on the server. And I even threw it and hit, I think, the shield of the enemy. So shields are OP. Again, they just defended enemy even though he was not bracing it. Yeah, shields are really good. I mean, if you are starting the game and you're not confident yet of what to do, take a shield, it always helps. Yeah, take shield. And if you want to troll more, take shield and spear. It's like the combo that gets everyone frustrated who is fighting them. So shield and spear, and trust me, your opponents are gonna curse you all the time. Yeah, it's a bit takes a bit of time to get really good at it, but still, I mean, shield gives you ability to negate stamina losses with a shield HP loss. So use that. Shields are really good. I don't, because I mean, even though the shields are really good, I feel like my positioning is more important than the weapon I have in my offhand. So I'd rather, for more kills, use a different weapon that gives more damage. So, I mean, I've seen the enemy. I mean, he just went through me. Interesting melee, right? So against two, it's a bit now challenging, because when you play first person, you don't see the other person. You're not sure what he's doing. So this is additional problem, and you can't anticipate. So either quick reflexes, so you have to look at it, or just luck. But still, the population is too low to be too challenging. So if you're starting your solo rounds and you can choose, and if you can choose a lower populated server, do so. It will be easier for you to do solo runs. Now I came from the back of the enemy, and now he's running away for some reason. Unfriendly was in my way of my swing, and I knocked him down. Again, you see, I'm not even looking at the enemy when I do my hits. I want to accelerate and ensure my hit lands as quickly as possible, so I get kill or you know, damage the opponent, and then continue on swinging to another one, or maybe the same one but delivering more damage. So now there's a minute left, minute and a half of the objective. It's going swimmingly actually, but I'm still going behind the enemies. And this enemy now spear and shield. Yeah, I mean, if he would be better, I would have more trouble, but my initial hit already put him in a quite great disadvantage. I'm just cleaving through enemies. So this mode is okay again, but again, during fully populated server with really a lot of skilled players, I don't think I would be, you know, any good. Here I can. I mean, I feel like server is underpopulated, and also the skill level here is not that high. Apologies if I insult anybody, but that's just my subjective opinion. Yeah, enemy, you see, hit me from behind and still did not continue with anything, and I just escaped. So yeah, but still experience is very good. I mean, playing with first person instead of my usual preferred third person. So yes, from time to time I like to switch things up, and this looked like a good opportunity. Right, 24 seconds left. I know I skipped a lot of kills. Having in mind this is scarcely populated server. I mean, my kill count is really impressive. And now, I mean, the feints really look interesting from first person perspective. And I see enemies just trying to escape, and he couldn't escape my hit. So yeah, that's all folks. The map is ended. I scored a lot of kills and also enjoyed the game. So 28 kills and a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.